Oprah speak out. I believe he said Will Smith and I think Tyler Perry, like they hadn't spoke out, and it just would have been, though I felt like those people were prominent people within our community that we needed them to speak out, you know. But I definitely.
But Oprah don't ever speak out though. Oprah don't ever speak out. She.
You're right. Yeah,
I don't know what she's on. You know, I used to watch her just on YouTube the other day. I watched her some of her old shows, and she had a lot of shows about like white supremacy and changing the minds of, you know, maybe she just has she's older, maybe she has a different perspective in life of how to combat this, and it's not our jobs to judge it, nor should we waste our energy trying to figure out why. You know, we need to save all of our energy that we have, because this is very exhausting.
Yes, and
we need to save it for, you know, the fight, not trying to figure out why this person doesn't want to do it. Like if somebody doesn't like that they're not speaking out, then don't support them no more. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Like we can't. What I've learned, even with like sometimes trying to have conversations with these racists, even on Instagram, like you can't change a person's mind that doesn't want to be better or learn or change. You can't help a blind person see that doesn't want to see.
Exactly. Yes, definitely. I wanted to also talk about Breonna Taylor. She was another young lady, and I'm sure you've heard about her. She lost her life because the police shot her in her home, but they were at the wrong house. They had the wrong house.
Yep.
So
yep. Sick.
It's beyond, yeah, and it's just I'm at a loss for words. Like I'm tired of seeing us constantly get killed. And it's like you said, it's sick, it's hurtful. With that being said, do you think that the police are targeting us? Because there's, you know, everybody's like, well, they're not, the police are the police. They're not just targeting black people. They arrest white people, or they beat up white people, or they arrest Hispanics, blah, blah, blah. But I personally feel like they are targeting us, or if you don't want to say they're targeting us, I feel like we get a different treatment, that's for sure. You know, I personally, I know the judicial system is not designed for us, especially
right.
So what is your take on that with you know, like I said, with the police and them targeting?
I think that some of them target us. I think some of them are, I think all of them are pussies. I think they're all scary as hell. I don't know if I can say that on here, but
yeah, go ahead.
I think that they're all scared little I think they're all scared little, you know, bitches. I think that they were the lackeys and they didn't get shown no love, and they needed to go get a job that would give them some power. And you know, I don't think all of them are racist. I do think a lot of them are prejudiced, because I think that that's what the academy teaches them. Or, you know, if you're from another neighborhood and then you go, you know, down to Compton and all you see are dudes doing this and that of one skin color, you're going to start convincing yourself that they're all like that. And it's just not the truth. So I do think it's a combination of issues that happens when it comes to that.
Definitely. You know, you said that you think that not all cops are bad, but you said, you know,
No. I didn't say that they're not all bad.
Nope. I'm sorry.
I said I think it's Nope, I don't, you know, and I don't even necessarily know how I feel about that, you know, because I feel like if you're watching somebody do something, you don't do anything about it, then, you know, but I have seen some cops speak up. I've seen, I'll say this, a cop has never helped me. So, you know, I've never been rescued or saved or anything. Yeah. They always show up after the fact, or they don't do nothing, or they half-ass. So.
Well, you said something about them being prejudiced.
Yeah. So it's my belief from my African studies is that Black people can't be racist. We can be prejudiced.
That was my next question.
The reason we cannot, we cannot be racist because we don't have systems in place to oppress the people and hold them back. And that's what racism is. So I hate when people say, you know, you're racist because you think, well, sir, I'm Black. So no, I don't have a system in place to hold you back. So I don't, but I do think that, I mean, there are our own cops there are black cops that don't like us, you know, and that's a problem too.
Definitely. And I feel like those are the ones that are, like Ice Cube said, showing up for the white cop. and I feel like those are the ones that are trying to, they hate that, they hate their skin color. They're trying to, tear us down to look good for the white man.
Yeah. And I just think some of them are just coons.
Yeah. That is the perfect word.
And they think that they're better. And
I'm glad you said that, because that was definitely my next question. I have it written down. I was going to ask you, do you think black people can be racist?
No, we can be prejudiced. We cannot be racist.
And why do you think that we can be prejudiced? And I know you just spoke on us, not how we can't be, how black people cannot be racist. Why do you think we can be prejudiced?
Because we can judge other people based off of how they look.
Okay.
And we do that all the time, whether they're light, whether they're dark, whether they have what we quote unquote call good hair, whether, somebody's eye color, their height. I mean, we judge people off of how they look all of the time.
Yeah, we definitely do. So I wanted to ask you next, what do you think about voting within the black community, us getting out and vote more? I feel like a lot of people within our black communities, they don't know what's out there. They're not
who to vote for. I know.
They don't know who to vote.
Yeah, we're not informed.
Like the little, not even just just presidential, the little ones. They don't know. So what do you think on that?
I mean, shoot, I don't know I need to educate myself more on that. I mean, my dad was Jehovah's Witness, and even though I'm not religious, they always taught like voting was stupid because like there's nothing that's going to fix this. They always say like God's going to have to come back and fix this. So I think that maybe that has been subconsciously why. I mean, I voted for Obama, but other than that, I haven't been really pressed to vote. But I do think that it is important because, even if you are religious, the Bible says faith without works is dead. And we can't just sit here and wait for, if you believe in God to come back and no, we can't. Like, because we still got to live in this right now. So I do think it's important that we educate ourselves on, even though the candidates suck, I'm just going to be honest. Like, it sucks. Like, we're picking the lesser of two evils at this point. But, do you still want Trump to be there? No. So
not.
we have to do something.
What is your take on Trump? I just want to know your thoughts on Trump. Just out of curiosity.
I think he's a sexist, racist, narcissistic, disgusting buffoon.
I can't agree with you more. What do you feel? How do you feel though when people? Because like I said, I feel the same. But there's people out there who say, well, he's done this and that for the black community. He's done some positive change for the black community. What would be your rebuttal to that?
You know what I say to that? Okay, I was in an abusive relationship when I was 21, and he bought me a freaking Range Rover and a Phantom for my 21st birthday, but he also beat my ass. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can say this. People can do nice things for you and still be fucked up. Like,
that is the same exact thing that I said. I said, so just because somebody does something good for me, but yet they disrespect me, they abuse me verbally, mentally, whatever, however you want to put it, that I'm supposed to be like, okay, because they did something good for me? No.
Right.
I mean,
right.
It's kind of similar with how the slaves, I mean, like, yes, the slave owners, like, they allowed us to live, but they
right
us horribly. So just because they allowed us to live, thank you. So you're a good guy? No, fuck that. Like,
right.
it gets me high when I'm just, you know.
See, but that goes back to like the coon mentality and the, you know, taking breadcrumbs, accepting breadcrumbs. Like, no, we deserve more than that.
And what I say to those people, you know, well, he did this now, well, he fucking should, but he doesn't deserve a reward. For me, I still can't. I still hate the man. And you know, hate is a strong word, but I don't have anything good to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now
he's paid to literally do what's best for us, and he doesn't even do that. So
yeah, exactly. Oh man, I can sit and talk about that man, how much I cannot stand that man all day, but I don't want to talk about him anymore. The next thing I wanted to touch on was within the protests. Now I saw you were out there protesting. How I actually was out there last Saturday, but I was in downtown. How was that for you? How did you feel being out there?
I felt incredible. It felt really good to be among the people, and you know, we've been indoors with COVID and everything, so it just felt really good to even just be around people, let alone be around people who are fired up for a really good cause. And everybody was hella cool and fun and funny and passionate, and it was really dope.
Yeah, I like I said, I was in downtown, and I loved it. I felt like I was a part of history. I felt like I was, you know, I was out there trying to do my little part, but it was an experience. It was an amazing experience. I won. And like you said, it was nice to be around people who were, you know, fighting for what I want, for what we want, what we need. But what the whole thing with the protesting, you know, now they're turning it, the media, they're turning it into how it's just us looting and rioting. And that is obviously, you know, of course it's upsetting because that's not what our purpose is. So, but you know, I've been seeing so many people within entertainment talk about not Atlanta, for example. They like I think it was like Nene Leakes and T.I., how they were saying not destroying Atlanta, and I get it. That's their city; they don't want their city destroyed. But somebody's life has been taken, you know. So what is your thoughts on how everybody?
I think that number one, it's not the protesters who are doing this. Some of them are. I'm not going to say it's not anybody, but for the most part, I have seen with my own eyes cops and white people who are trying to do this. And I would say, you know, as far as Atlanta, you know, Atlanta is a safe haven for Black people. It is like where Black businesses flourish. It is where people can go and have fun and be themselves. So I understand why they're saying don't tear don't tear our communities down. Take it to them with that shit. You know, I do agree with that because the Black businesses, you know, some of them aren't going to be able to come back from this, and some people put their whole life's work into it. And we should, if we're angry, we should
not be
direct our anger to the problem, not to our own people that we're trying to save. Like you're mad that a Black man was killed, so why are you going to ruin this other Black family's life? You don't know what this business is tied to. So, you know, go tear the white people shit up if that's what you want to do.
Yes, I agree. But I just wanted to, like, with what T.I. was saying, I get what he was saying, but he was basically trying to say that, like you said, Atlanta is our safe haven, which it is. But I felt like it was more like as if when you come to Atlanta, this is not and doesn't happen. This, that, and the third doesn't happen in Atlanta like it does in Minneapolis or something, you know? And I can't say I agree with that because I know, like, within
there are definitely that's there are definitely racist police.
Yeah. So I that was just my thing. But like how they were crying about like Lenox Mall and the stores in Lenox Mall, I'm like, like you said, not tearing down our Black businesses. I get that because, you know, why would you be tearing our business down? But, you know, like the Gucci store and all this, like, don't tear that shit down.
I agree.
I agree. Is there anything else though that you personally want to touch on or voice out your opinion on, or you feel like that needs to be talked